Hello everyone, hope all is well and welcome back. So in today's video I'm going to be doing a shop my stash, and I'm really excited to do this because I just decluttered my whole collection once again, and you will be seeing all those videos soon. I've been loving doing these kind of videos where I just go back and bring out products I haven't used in a while. I think it's just really fun, and then I get to revisit them, see if I still love them, or see if my opinions changed or if they've been replaced or whatever it may be. So before we get into it, I would love for you to subscribe if you aren't already. It means so much to me, and let's get to it. So first things first is Complexion, and these are videos you'll be seeing soon. This is my favorites video, Clean Beauty, and this just came this morning, but I'm just gonna see what I've got going on in here. So for my primer, I think I want to use the Glossier Priming Moisturizer. I haven't pulled this one out in a while, and it's so dry right now. I need that extra moisture. And then for my foundations, I did declutter so many, so there aren't really any I haven't revisited in a really long time. So I think I might use the Milk Makeup Stick today. I haven't used this in a minute. And for my concealer, I think I'm gonna do the Nude Sticks one. And then for brow stuff, I've been using the Flower Beauty Bubble Brow for a while, but I want to revisit the Glossier, whatever this is, the Boy Brow, as well as the Brow Flick. And for my pencil, I'm going to use the ABH Brow Wiz. Then oh, my socks have been exposed. These ones my grandma made, so thank you, May. I think I'm going to wait to pick up my blush and see what I pick out for my eyeshadow. But for bronzer and highlight, what haven't I used in a while? I'm gonna do, for my bronzer, I'm gonna use the Guerlain Terracotta. For my highlighter, I don't know, I keep thinking about this one, the OG, the Becca Opal. For face powder, I'm gonna try the Nabla one. I haven't used that in a while. I'm gonna do this one. It's their translucent powder. Here are all my eyeshadows, and I don't know which one I'm gonna pick. I'm in the mood for something cool toned, and I haven't used my cool tone single shadow palette I made like last season, so I might use this. That might be kind of fun. I never play with my singles anymore because everyone just wants to see palettes, but I think I'm gonna take this opportunity to use this. For my mascara, I think I want to use this one from MAC. I haven't used this one in a really long time. It's the Extreme Dimension Black Lash. I don't know. I want to start coming back to this drawer a lot more. I haven't used any of these like eye extras in a really long time. So I think I might add a Pat McGrath eye doll to this look perhaps, or maybe something else. I think there's a shade in here that I'm thinking of that I would like to use. This is the one I had in mind, Telepathic Taupe. That might look cool. We'll see. I haven't used this one, I don't think, yet. Coming back to blushes, I think a peachy blush and a peachy lip would look really good with a cool tone eye look. I feel like it'd warm it up nice. Oh, I think I might use my Cover FX. I haven't used this in a minute since this summer because I've been more into the muted brown tones. So I'm gonna pick this one up. I'm really excited to bring this out again because I want something peachy. This one used to be one of my favorite peachy lips. This is the Lancome L'Absolu Rouge Lip Lacquer in the shade 216, so I might pick this one. Okay, now I have my whole lineup picked out. I already have my moisturizer, SPF, and eye cream on, so I'm just gonna go straight into the Glossier Priming Moisturizer just because I just feel like I need a little bit of an extra boost of moisture, and I really feel it around my mouth, like my chin area, as well as my forehead. Now I'm going to go into my foundation, and I chose the Milk Flex Foundation Stick, and I'm using the shade Shell. And I'm going to be blending that out with this Artiste brush Oval 7. This brush is really nice because it just slaps on your foundation so quickly and so flawlessly. It's really nice, and it doesn't really suck up as much product as you would think. Like, that's why I never really picked up any of these brushes when they were really big. They just, I don't know, but they don't. All the product just sits on top, which makes sense because it's so densely packed. just to remove any brush strokes left behind if there are any. I'm gonna go in with my ColourPop sponge, and I really like this sponge. And they just sent me this morning the concealer version, which is just like the baby sized. They're both moistened, so they do look a little bit bigger. This one's a lot more dense than this one is. Maybe just because it's like smaller, so it's more condensed, the form was. I don't know. Woo. Nice. Now that we have that down, I'm gonna go into my concealer, and I'm using the shade Medium 4 from Nude Sticks. I don't know if this is gonna be too deep for me. No, this was my shade in the summer, so I don't know. We'll see. It'll just be closer to my skin tone, which isn't bad. It won't be super bright and highlighted, which I do prefer. So I'm just gonna add that under there, and I'm gonna try to blend it out with this brush. I want to see if that works. I find that this concealer works a lot better if you blend it in with a brush. And then I'm gonna go into a little bit of my powder, and I'm using the Nabla Translucent powder with a little bit of that, and put some right under the eye like I always do. And I only leave this on for like about a minute. I don't really bake it for too long. I just want to bake those little tiny lines under there. And then I'm going to take this bigger brush. This is the Royal Langnickel Blush Brush, but I use it as a powder brush because I like the shape of it to get into all those areas. And I just set where I tend to get a little bit more oily, which is my cheeks right here, a little bit on the chin, and my forehead. It's a very blurring powder. I haven't used it in a while. Looks kind of nice. I think it kind of darkens the foundation slightly. I think that's why I haven't used this one in a while. The Milk Makeup one, which is my favorite powder, doesn't do that at all. But it is nice and blurring and mattifying if that's what you're into. And now I'm at the point where I do my brows, and I'm first gonna go in with the Brow Wiz in the shade Granite. And then I'm gonna add some hair-like strokes with the Glossier Brow Flick in the shade Black. And then finally, to set that all in and make my brows look extra fluffy, I'm gonna use the Glossier Boy Brow in the shade Black. Now I'm just gonna wipe this off with my sponge, and now we're gonna get into the blush, bronzer, and highlight. I'm gonna first start off with my bronzer, and I'm using the Guerlain Terracotta bronzer in the shade 03. And to blend that out, I'm gonna use the Nabla Cheek Shaper, and I'm just gonna go for it. I do remember really liking this bronzer, but it's not really a revolutionary formula. It's just, it applies nicely. It doesn't go on patchy, and it's a nice color, and it has a lot of radiance to it, which is really nice. And I always apply some to my nose for a more sun-kissed look, and soon my nose will be actually sun-kissed, and I'm too excited. I'm leaving for Hawaii in like 4 days, and I cannot be more excited to see the sun because we are in full snow mode. It's fully winter outside. It's -15 as we're talking. It's crazy. Now for my highlighter, which one did I pick again? Oh, this is such a throwback. I haven't used this in ages, but it's the Becca Opal. Oh my goodness. What a classic. I almost hit pan. This was my first highlighter I ever purchased. And I'm gonna blend that out with my Nabla highlighter brush if I can find it. I don't remember it being that texture enhancing. It has a beautiful sheen, but I don't know. I remember, I guess the things have changed. People have figured out the highlighters now. This one, I don't know. It's very pretty, but it is very, very texture enhancing. It's like enhancing texture I didn't even know I had. On camera, it looks incredible, but in person, I look very textured. Let's see if you can see what I mean. See, like right here? Didn't know I had that. Now for blush. I'm so excited. I love this one. I have this shade Peach. I have the shade Soft Peach. I haven't used this in so long. I missed it. I'm going to use this BH Cosmetics number 2 brush. This collection has been discontinued, which is really, really annoying. I'm going to first dip into the matte side and just apply that to the cheeks and over the blush and bronzer. I've missed that. I should pick up some more shades in these because these are so stunning. So the base is completely done. I am very impressed with everything except for the Becca highlighter and maybe a little bit of the Nabla powder. It is a little bit too drying for me. I do feel a little bit like where you can feel your skin being a little dry. I'm really happy I went in with the Glossy Priming Moisturizer just to add in that extra barrier of moisture, or else I think I'd feel like a raisin. Blush I love, bronzer I love, foundation and concealer I love. But now let's move on to the eyes. This is the palette I created. I don't really know what shades are in here, but I'll definitely mention the shades I am going to be using. I'm gonna quickly prime my eyes and I'll be right back. So the first shade I'm gonna be dipping into is this one, and it is by Anastasia, and it's the shade Warm Taupe. And I'm gonna be taking that on a Smith 232, and I'm gonna blend that into the crease. Now I'm going to take this shade right here, and it is from Anastasia once again, and it is the shade Rich Brown? Yeah, Rich Brown. And I'm going to be using a Nabla pointed crease brush. I'm going to take this Sonia Kashuk brush with the same shade. I'm just going to bring that a little bit across the lashes. And then I'm gonna bring this on the lower lash line as well. Now I'm gonna deepen that up even more with the shade Deep Brown from Anastasia. Ooh, this might look better as a rounded look, actually. I think I'm gonna remove that with my little sponge here. I'm just wiping off this brush, the pointed crease brush, taking a little bit of that transition shade, and I'm just going to soften and blend this out and just elongate it a little bit more. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. I'm just gonna go back with my crease color. It's kind of getting lost, and I wanna just redefine it a little bit. Oh, okay, this eye look I'm loving so far. And then now I'm gonna go in with the Pat McGrath shade, and I have the shade Telepathic Taupe. And I think I'm first gonna bring that on with my finger. That might be a little sketchy, but that's okay. Ooh, pretty. Taking a Smith 253, dipping into the Pat McGrath shade, and just pressing that in the tighter areas I couldn't reach with my finger. I think I might dampen it just so it's a little bit more intense in the center. And I'm just dampening my brush with a little Fix Plus. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. I'm just going back into the brown shade just to bring that back to the foreground because it kind of got lost. And then now for my inner corner, I'm going to take the brush that's been dampened. I just wiped it off on my towel, and I'm going to take this Anastasia shade. What is this one? This is the shade Metal. Ooh, I haven't used this in so long, but it used to be one of my favorites. And I'm gonna use that as an inner corner, and I might even top off the center with it so it's even more intense. I'm gonna take my finger and just boop boop. And then I'm just gonna go do this eye quick and put some lashes and mascara, and I'll be right back. And here are the eyes with just mascara, and that mascara is really nice, but it has one of those silicone brushes, so like it really hurts if you accidentally go too close to your lashes. I don't think I've ever used that mascara before. The effect is beautiful, so maybe I'll just have to suck it up. But I am going to be adding some lashes just because I want more of an even lash look and more of a thickened lash look. And the lashes I'm going to be using are the Velour Would I Lie. These have been my favorite. They're from their Effortless collection. You don't have to trim them or anything. They just pop on so perfectly. And I don't know, I really like this style because they add a little bit of drama, but they're very natural looking at the same time. And here are the eyes all finished. I love this eye look so much. I think it looks very Hollywood red carpet-esque, and I don't know, I really like this look, and I'm happy I went with the more rounded effect because I think it just brought more of a unique look for me. I haven't been doing the rounded looks too often. Now let's move on to the lips. I'm using the Lancome L'Absolu Lacquer in the shade 216. I'm so happy I wear contacts now. I can see everything. I haven't used these in so long, which is very sad because they are stunning. That might be a little bit pinker than I was going for, but I like it. But I'm really happy with all the products I chose today. I think the only two that I ended up changing my mind about are these two right here, not the Nabla powder as well as the Becca Opal. I don't really like the Becca Opal anymore. I think there's been a lot more highlighters that have come out that are a lot more flattering and not as texture enhancing. I don't know. But other than that, I love how this look turned out and I loved how the products performed. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give it a like. It would help me out so much. And let me know if you'd like to see more of these Shop My Stashes in the future because I had a lot of fun doing it. It's fun to uncover those products I haven't used in a really long time. And I will make sure to link all the products I use in the description down below as always. And before I go, I would love for you to subscribe and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!